Alright then, hello and welcome back to Gran Turismo, the penultimate episode of this series as we get ready for the final endurance race in the special events category. Is of course All Night 2 is for non-racing modified machines, so that means we're jumping straight back in the Dodge Viper, as you can see. Now, I did show off the car wash function last time, but the legacy was still fairly clean. As you can see, there is absolutely no shine on this car at all, so we're actually going to give it a clean before we go racing. It's not going to do anything, it's not going to make it any faster, but you'll see just the plain difference from an incredibly dirty car, and you can see the shine slowly creeping in. And there we go, it's lovely and clean again, so at least the fans are going to have something to talk about. Anyway, so we're going to go back to the special events. As I said, the race themselves is for non-modified machines, so that means no racing body kits. You can soup up the car. In fact, before we start, I just want to double check to make sure what tires I have, because I don't want to go in with just stock tires. Let's have a look. Should we go for softs? We already had the softs installed. I'm going to go for the hards just so they don't burn off as quickly and don't degrade as quickly as the soft tires do. So yeah, the last endurance race, only 3 endurance races in this game. There are more to come in the second, obviously. So yeah, Midsummer Night Festival, SS Route 11, run on a specially designed built urban circuit in that order. Yes, I can speak English perfectly. Not. So yeah, as always, we're not going to qualify on this one. We're just going to start at the back. It shouldn't be as, well, I will say it's not going to be as difficult, but it probably will be because the Dodge Viper isn't really a good car to handle at the best of times. But let's have a look at the entry list. We're up against the Supra, the RX-7, the GTR V-Spec, the NSX-92, and the Lancer Evo 3. So we are sort of middle of the road when it comes to the horsepower. Not the lightest car on the grid either. That goes to the NSX, which is just over a ton. The heaviest car though is the R33, the Skyline, just 1200 kilograms. So yeah, this one shouldn't be too bad then. We should have a nice little battle, but anything can happen in this game, and it usually does. So we'll just try our absolute darndest. So do you want to start the race? Yes, manual gears as always. And we will see if we can win this one and move on to the next lot of, well, the final group of championships, which is the final championship in the GT League. So here we go then. Underway for 30 laps. I will make quick work of the Evo. And the NSX also having problems. I'm just going to grind the wall. Now, personally, I would say that this version of the circuit is 10 times harder than the regular correct version, the clockwise version of the track. Particularly the underground section with the chicane. Because you're going around a right-hand corner, it's quite a sweeping corner. You have to get into a braking zone more or less immediately. And doing that on a chicane is somewhat tricky at times. As you can see, I'm having a hard time controlling the Viper immediately because of the cold tires. Luckily, everyone is still in a little clump, so no one's broken away just yet. But now comes the test. There we go. Looks like someone did clout the wall on that one. I'm not sure what car that was. Ah, that was a Skyline. I'm just going to grind the wall. It's fine. Now, this other chicane as well, coming up near the end of the lap. All the AI keep whacking it as hard as they can. They cannot get through there cleanly. And it is quite funny. If I can keep up with the cars at the back here. There you go, going through here. Oh, they didn't actually quite hit the wall there, but they hit the one on the outside. They usually whack the one going into the chicane. There we go, there's a lap complete. And it's going to be quite a slow one. 2 minutes 4.020. And again, I'm just going to grind the wall. That will help to reduce the wear on the tires as well, believe it or not. Even though it is cheating, I'm just trying to preserve the tires because they do need a lot of preserving. As you can see, even braking, the car doesn't brake very well. Why did I agree to do this in the Dodge Viper? I have no idea. Even in second gear, the car is trying to spin. Skyline is going to be our main rival for this one. He's incredibly quick on the corners. Not so much on the straights though. We do outmatch him. This car can reach over 200 miles an hour very easily. There we go. You can see how much more difficult it is because you don't have this little bit of a straight like you did on the clockwise version of the track to set yourself up for the chicane. It's directly after a corner, so getting it right is a little tricky. Oh, yep, that was my mistake. Come on. Oh, look at this, is embarrassingly slow. Come on. I don't know why sometimes the cars do that where they don't rev properly. Oh, and there goes the understeer. There's the RX-7. Hopefully we'll be able to draft him. Yeah, no problem. And we should hit 200 mile an hour very easily as we go back into the turn. Again, I'm just grinding the wall just to preserve the tires. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this car is not really built for... Oh, what is the NSX doing? Bloody hell. Up on two wheels. I made it back up to the Skyline. Looks like the Supra has taken the lead for the time being. Now the dreaded chicane. Well, actually this chicane isn't that bad. Oh, I'm bouncing as well. It's this chicane that is the problem. And these cars as well, they like to wobble under braking. It's alright, we made it through. And my car goes for a half spin. Oh, sorry, I got a nudge, that kept me going. Go on, get out of the way. This is more like Destruction Derby than I would like. Oh, there you go. The Supra clouted the wall. I'm going to clout the outside wall. The NSX again, trying it on the outside. I'll be able to draft the Supra on the straight and get up to way past 200 mile an hour. 321 kilometers an hour is the magic number, and there we go. Surpassed it very easily. Oh, come on. And we are only 4 laps in to the 30 laps. On the inside of the Supra again. Yeah, I must admit, I do not like this car, especially around this track. It is more suited to tracks like High Speed Ring or the Clubman stages, you know, short sprint circuits with fast straights. Tight and twisty locations like this, the Viper really does not like to gel very well. Because it handles like a shopping trolley. And it has no grip whatsoever on the front. So you're constantly understeering into every corner. Not to mention the massive amount of power that you have, which makes accelerating out of corners as impossible as turning into them because of the wheel spin. So I'm trying to keep the car in second gear to avoid the wheel spin, but as you can see, it doesn't always work. He's hit the wall again. I'm going to hit the outside wall. It's fine. And there we go, 4 laps complete. Lap times are a lot slower than they were for All Night 1. So the race time is going to be over an hour at least. I'd say about an hour, 5 minutes. That's what my guesstimate is going to be. I'm thinking I should have probably tuned down the Viper a bit, just so it gives me a little bit less power to avoid the wheel spin. Or maybe play with the gear ratios a bit, but... nah, I'm sure I'll just go with it and see if I can win. Ooh. Get in the car. Not liking these chicanes. The Supra really give me a run for my money. Get out of the way, please, thank you. He comes straight back to give me a whack as well. All I want to do is pull out just a tiniest little lead so I can relax a little bit rather than having this bumper car moment every single lap. Grind the wall. Yes, I know that is cheating, but I do want to try and pull away from the blokes behind. You can see already after 5 laps my rear tyres are already starting to turn a little bit yellow. So I'm assuming this race then is going to be a 3-stop strategy or a 2-stop strategy. I do apologise, so maybe every 10 laps. But we shall see. It all depends if I can pull a huge gap on second place or a big enough gap where I'll have a bit of a cushion. But we'll see. God, I'm so cautious going through there. Going around the other direction is very nerve-wracking. And again, car not turning. There we go. Looks like I pulled a little lead now, so that's good. And we broke the lap record as well, 151.616. She's good. Yeah, the brakes really don't like to work on this car. You try and slow down the car, just carries on going at its regular pace. Come on. You see the wheel spin now. We are getting a lot of wheel spin in second gear. Because the tires are wearing very quickly. Even on the hard compound. With the power of this car, the wheel spin that you incur, it just completely destroys the tires after a couple of laps. So I think if we were using soft tires, we would already start going into the orange coloration by now. Get through, there we go. That's why I'm taking the corners a lot more carefully than I would do usually in the Chaser that we had last time. Because the Chaser actually had some downforce to it. It actually felt like it stuck to the road. This one feels very floaty and it's not nice to control at all. And I think I actually lost a bit of time as well to second place because I caught up a little bit. So I'm going to do the same and grind the wall. When all else fails, grind the wall. You can see as well when we're going into corners, if I let off the throttle, the car really likes to turn okay-ish. But as soon as you apply the throttle, then you get a lot of understeer. Caused by the front wheels being lifted from the ground from the power at the rear. Gotta love physics. Come on. I think we are keeping a very similar gap to second place throughout. I don't think he's caught up or been pushed back any more than he was before. Slide the car around as we begin lap number 9. 1:55.4. Grind the wall. Put it into second, get it into the chicane as neatly as possible. So I think what I'm going to do, as soon as I start seeing a little bit of orangeness in the rear tyres, I'm going to dive into the pits. Which probably won't be too long, within the next lap or so. Oh, come on, get off the wall. That's another little glitch that Gran Turismo has. If you slide against the wall, sometimes your car sticks to it, but then it tries to spin your car around, and it is incredibly difficult to try and peel the car away from the wall. It's like it's magnetized. And that has cost us a little bit of time as well. Keep it in second gear. And go into the wall. And there is another lap complete, starting lap number 10 shortly. And our lap times are slowing down considerably, 1:56.8. That's because of the tyres going off. Not able to get the grip down as much as we would like. I think a 1:51 is probably the best that we're going to get on this race. Rear end just losing a little bit of grip. Same there as well, even in second gear. You find in the end, once the tyres do eventually go off completely, then it doesn't matter what gear you're in, 4th, 5th, you'll still get this huge amount of wheel spin, and you just have no grip at all coming out of any corner. So I think I'm going to go into the pits at the end of this lap just to get some fresh tyres. So it'll be a 2-stopper, maybe even a 3-stopper like we had at the previous race, which was, what was it, a 2-stopper in the end. There you go, you could hear there, we were in second gear and it took so long for the car to actually get any adhesion to the track surface. Come on. If this was a drifting competition, it would be fine, but not ideal for circuit racing. Right, so we're going to go in. Get some fresh tyres. The first of our 2 stops, and that was 2 minutes exactly. Bloody hell. Even down to the 1,000th of a second. Oh, I think they're coming in as well. Yeah, so it looks like everyone is on the same strategy as me. So now we just got to go hell for leather as fast as we possibly can. And try and pull a lead before we make our second stop in 10 laps time. So now we have to try and not be complacent and just try and put in as many good laps as possible. While still protecting the tyres as well. You see on the mini-map, we haven't got a huge lead. It should be about at least a start-finish straight worth. Which, on this track and in these cars, is not huge. And once again, we have the delight of not having random music playing. It's just the same track over and over and over again. Which is a little annoying. And it's a shame you cannot choose what music track you would like playing during the race either. It's just completely picked at random. So sometimes you might get like the same song playing 3 times on the trot, which is a bit crap, but oh well. Oh, that was nice. If I could do that for the next 18 laps, I'd be happy with that. And there we go, coming up to the end of the next lap. Let's have a look at our car as well. Don't look too bad, nice and shiny now, that is at a wash. It will be dirty though by the end of the race. I believe the driver in second currently still has yet to stop, so that is why he's fairly close. But nothing that is going to cause too much of a concern at this stage. If I go into the pits around about lap 21 or 22, we should be fine. But again, that is why my driving on this track in this car is not really great. The tight confines and the twisty nature of this track is not really suited to this car, because this car does like to move around a hell of a lot. And the song has ended once again, only to start immediately. Ideal if you like this song, I suppose. I personally don't. The only song I think on this soundtrack I actually do like is the intro theme, Everything Must Go by the Manic Street Preachers. Of course, it is the Chemical Brothers remix. And it is just really damn banging. That's a shame, actually. They didn't have that song on the set list for this game either, the intro music. No. Yeah, I knew I was going to mess that up. I had to do it at least once during this race. I couldn't be flawless all the time. Well, I say flawless. I don't think there is an award I haven't hit yet. There we go. And we're starting at lap 15. So the next lap will be the halfway mark in this race. 1:59.069. Oh, we beat the lap record last time as well. I didn't even notice. 1:51.397. Come on, stop sliding, get a move on. That's the thing with this Viper as well, is that you overcorrect and it just catapults you into the next wall. It is a little bit on the difficult side to control, this one. Spend most of your time sliding sideways and just going in a straight line. Tires are starting to go off now as well. And a lap time a little bit faster, 1:56.877. Nothing to write home about though. I think we lost a bit of our lead as well. They've definitely caught up. My car isn't handling as well as it should. As you can see, the sliding all over the place, especially around that chicane. We'll grind the wall again. Even though it's not really fair as cheap tactics, but and there we go, another lap complete. And a 1:52.407. See if we can get into the 150s. We'll grind the walls. Oh, we're not going to do it now because we almost spun. Come on. We'll grind this one as well. Grind this one as well. I just keep doing the same, just grinding the walls. I want to get into the 150s. And the way the car handles, this is probably the only way we're going to do it. By cheating. No. That little almost spin on the first chicane really screwed us over. Well, we'll try again this time. Front tires are still looking fairly decent, the rear ones are going off a little bit. The green is getting more pale. Just grinding every single wall available. And this one as well for good measure. And yeah, I think we're going to get a 148 or a 149. Yeah, there you go, 148.594. Not too bad. Not only that though, grinding the walls, that's given us a bigger lead. So I think about half a lap's lead now, so... which isn't too bad, in all retrospect. So we'll go into the pits, not next lap, but the lap after, so lap 21, the end of lap 21. You can hear the other cars on the other side of the circuit. Come on, get off the wall. I think what would have been a lot nicer on this track as well is you got like the Twilight-esque sunset going down. You got like the pinky, purpley, magenta colours. That could have faded over time and it just goes into complete darkness. That would have been cool. I think that was my biggest pet peeve about Gran Turismo 4 is like during the 24-hour races like at the Nürburgring, Nordschleife or the Circuit de la Sarthe, is that the sun never set. It was perpetual daylight constantly. And I was like, oh, surely they could have, you know, put a little bit of memory into the day-night cycle, but I thought, well, you know, that game is absolutely ginormous. That would have probably been a little bit too much. Because then you would have to have built two versions of the same track, you know, a day and a night version. Which would have been a lot of time constraints, and I think they didn't have enough time to do that. Oh, don't spin it. So, at the end of the next lap, we're going to go and make our second and final pit stop. And that will set us up nicely for the end of the race. Because then it'll only be like 9 laps to go. I think as well, during my next pit stop, I'm going to take a wee little pit stop myself. Just stretch my legs a little bit. Lap 21, 2 minutes 2.1. So you can see how much the tyres have an effect on the times as well. We were, what, 14 seconds slower than our fastest lap time. So, and with the rear tyres, you can see the front ones are still green, the rear ones are going like a yellow-y colour, yellowish colour. So even in second gear, you can see the wheel spin and the sliding going on. That's fine, we've got a big enough lead to keep ourselves safe for the remaining 9 laps after we've pitted. No one behind? Nope. I don't know why I look back as if someone would be behind us, because I can see on the minimap there ain't. And here we go, our final pit stop. And like I said, I'm going to take a quick pit stop myself, so I will be back for the resumption of the final 9 laps. So I'll see you in a moment. And there we go, pit stop is done. And we didn't even lose a lead. In fact, we are nowhere near close to losing the lead. They're just coming around the last complex of corners now. And yeah, so there we go. We have an unassailable lead to second place, and we are set to cruise to victory in the all-night 2 endurance. I think they're going to be going into the pits as well. Yeah, one of them is definitely. I'm just going to try and take it steady for the next 9 laps. Try to race proper without going into any walls, which is going to be easier said than done. Oh, we've been lucky. We only hit that wall once. the chicane underneath the overpass, we only hit that once during this entire race, which is pretty damn good odds for me. I usually go into that wall many, many times. Oh, I'm going to go into that wall instead, which is like one of the easiest corners or chicanes. But that's fine. Lap 22 complete, starting lap 23. So we're 43 minutes into this race, so yeah, about 1 hour, 2 minutes, 1 hour, 4 minutes is going to be our total time on this race. And again, like I mentioned during the all-night one, when you're racing these yourselves, it doesn't feel like it's been an hour since you started racing. It is so much less. It's, yeah, quite bizarre how time just flows really quickly when you're doing these things, but... yeah, on the outside, people probably watching this thinking, oh my god, this is so boring, nothing's happening, yada yada yada. But... oh. I'm not counting that as a hit on the wall because I just grazed the outside wall rather than hitting the inside wall and coming to a dead stop. So I'm not counting that one, that was just me being impatient for the corner. Another thing as well, we haven't come up to any lap traffic yet. And 7 laps to go. I can't quite remember if after you've done this race you unlock the GT Hi-Fi mode. I think it might be after winning the World Cup, but I'll have a check anyway. Once this race is done, I'll have a check. And if we have unlocked it, then I will show it off after this race as well. Oh, thought I was a bit further along in the lap then. I thought we were coming up to that chicane. Come on, get a move on. Oh my god, what is going on suddenly? Completely lost my mind for a second there. Oh well, still got a massive lead, not a problem. Six laps to go. 2:03.128. Can't believe our Gran Turismo journey has almost come to an end. The next episode after this will be the final. And, yeah. This is still, you know, even after 24 years, this is still one of my favourite games. Not the best Gran Turismo game, mind you. That would be Gran Turismo 4. Which is just completely outmatched everything since. But, yeah, GT4 is an amazing game. GT2 is definitely better than the first Gran Turismo game in the fact that it's got a lot more content, a lot more races. And, you know, GT1 is great, but it just doesn't have that much in the way of replayability. Unlike GT2, because you've got all those spot races as well from, like, the manufacturers, and I've spun it again. So, I mean, it has so much to offer. Unfortunately, though, with GT2 is that you can't complete the game because of the drag racing segment that was cut out of it. So I think you can only get to 96% or 98% complete. You cannot get a full 100% complete rate, which is a bit of a shame, but there you go. Five laps to go. And we've lost our substantial lead. It's only now a quarter of what it was before. I'm gonna try and not mess up the last 5 laps. We can't afford any drastic mistakes, otherwise we will lose the race, because I think we've only got about, well, it may sound like a lot, but about a 10-15 second lead. But the mistakes, they take a lot of time, so... Nice, that was a good complex. Didn't hit any walls. Apart from there. And we complete yet another lap, getting very close to the end of the race. 1:53.7. And now we've regained our front stretch lead. Oh, come on. Now, I think they're losing ground because they haven't pitted yet. They should probably go into the pits within the next lap or so. And looks like we're not going to be lapping anyone either this race, because they're all seem to be congregating around on the left side of the track. So I don't think anyone has lapped anyone during this race. We've all been pretty much on equal pegging. Ah, there you go. The bloke in second has gone into the pits. So someone else has taken over second spot. They were pretty much equal going across the start-finish line. No, don't spin it. I didn't do too much harm with the lead that we got. 2 laps to go. 2:03.185. Very slow. Last corner as we come up to the final lap of the All Night 2. And a lap time of 1:56.037, not too bad. The lap time of 1:48.594 is going to stick though, we're not going to beat that. Even if we start grinding on every single wall during the last lap, our tyres are way past their best. So we're just not going to have any grip. And we're going to cruise home. Well, I'm going to say cruise. We're, you know, it's not going to be by that much, especially if I keep doing that on every corner. My lead is only now about half a straight away from second place. And I knew I'd hit that wall before the end of the race. Oh well. At least I did it on the last lap. We still got a massive lead anyway, so in no danger of losing the race. Two more corners to go. Slide it out of the penultimate corner. And there we go. All Night 2 is complete. All the endurance races are done. And slide it over the line. And we did it in under an hour. 58 minutes, 54.771. Only won the race from the NSX by 9.975 seconds. So, not too bad. So, yeah, with that, I will see you all then for the awards ceremony. And there we go, another first place finish, and we get the fastest lap time on lap number... Oh, it was quite far up, actually. It was on lap number 18. So, yeah, not too bad. 148.594. We did cheat a little bit, though, and grind most of the walls, but there we go. So, we get another 150,000. That finally pushes us over 1 million credits. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Unfortunately, though, the credits don't really mean much after you win all the special event races, because there's, well, you can only buy so many cars. And there you go. So, again, I don't know if this unlocks the GT Hi-Fi mode, or you have to complete the main GT Cup. I'll have a double check, though. No, it doesn't, so that is going to be for the final episode. So let's have a look at the final prize car. Well, not the final prize car, we've got another car to win as well. It's the Nismo GTR at Le Mans Edition, which is a rather boring looking machine. But, oh well. It's a free car at the end of the day, you can't really complain with that. So next time then is going to be the finale of Gran Turismo, and it is going to be the GT World Cup, the highest class in Gran Turismo, the ultimate challenge with real racing cars. So yeah, 6 races. Is going to be fairly short races as well, only 3 laps each. So it's not going to be a long episode by any stretch of the imagination. But next time we'll be buying a new car as well. I was tempted to use the Supra that we won last time, the Castrol Supra. But I'm actually going to be using the main one, the proper Supra, and that is going to be this lovely machine, special model. And yes, we're going to buy this one. I was tempted to get the blue, red, and white, but I'm going to stick with the main Castrol coloration and the poster child of Gran Turismo itself. So, yeah, I'll be back next time then. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I'll see you for the finale of Gran Turismo very soon. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.